Today is December 2nd. It is 6:48 p.m. We're here to discuss students' attitudes here at Southern University on the marketing brand. Do I have permission to record this meeting?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Of course, as stated, the purpose of the following interview is to acknowledge and understand the thoughts and attitudes of Southern University students towards the Southern University marketing brand. Most, if not all, universities have many different elements that develop them as a concept to bring about thoughts in a person's mind when they think of that particular university. Each university's concepts and thoughts from people help to develop their brand. Sports, academics, Greek life, and campus organizations develop thoughts and opinions from people outside the university that contribute to the brand, as well as those components, in addition to admissions processes, classroom experiences, and preparedness for post graduation, uh, develop the thoughts and attitudes of students at that university as well. We're here to try to see how those important components have impacted our interviewee to develop their attitude on the Southern University marketing brand. Today we have here Mr. Javontae Kelly.
Doing? How you doing? My name is Javontae Kelly. I'm a second year MBA candidate with a major in supply chain management from Lake Providence, Louisiana. When I was at Southern University undergrad, I was in the Human Jukebox Marching Band. I also was a part of Pi Sigma Epsilon Business Fraternity, where we served the community, worked diligently with the students in the business program at Southern University. We also worked diligently with the students, getting them professionalized, getting headshots, getting professionalized dressing between business professional and casual professional. I'm also a part of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, the best fraternity in the world. It really speaks volume to uphold the legacy of the founders set before me, and also tried to come in and let my work set in for the organization as well. Being in the Human Jukebox Marching Band, wonderful experience, very humbling. I got to see many places I've never seen before. Got to march on many fields that I never even been to before. It was also like a learning experience, far as like being in a band, leading, watching people lead, learning how to lead first of all, and then it's like following up with like the members of the band. Being in a big organization like that, I think I've never been in a wild organization such as the band, but just being a band with so many people, so many different personalities. It's a mindset thing. It's very goal driven to be able to represent your school in such a fashion, just like anything with like just making the crowd like go wild and just like having fun as you do it also. So the Human Jukebox was definitely one of the best organizations that I've been in on campus. Also in the Subasa, which is the SUMBA program, I served on the cabinet as the executive coordinator for the 2020 semester. And what we did with that, we did food drives, we did food banks, we did giveaways for Thanksgiving, canned goods, to people who was less fortunate enough to get them. So being on there also opened my eyes into leadership position because they kept you on your toes. You had to be on your P's and Q's and just like things of that nature. And you also got like engaged with student activity with the body, just like talking to students, getting them engaged, getting them, going to programs and like things of that nature. A lot of people don't really know about like the career closet, but I also have with the career closet at Southern University, Miss Montgomery. Basically what she did was she was a stepping stone or stepping tool to get like some university business majors like a key or a way to get in the door. Most students come to college, they don't have professional clothing or professional resumes or things of that nature. So what she did was she took upon herself, her Miss Brown, to give students different aspects of life of business, being professional, learn how to carry yourself, learn how to be ready for an interview, prep for an interview, to dress for an interview or any job of that nature. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and the organization that I've been in. So back to you.
Okay. All right. So first question. What actually made you decide to come to Southern and choose that as your school for higher education?
One way I found out I was going to Southern, I knew I was going to Southern, was the people from my hometown. They came back and talked about Southern at school, and also I went to like a lot of HBCUs, and like they just didn't feel homey to me, or it wasn't like my environment that I wanted to be in. I didn't want to be close to home. So Southern University like was the best choice for me. Also, we used to come to Southern University for like high school day. So by being on the yard all day, like seeing what they do, seeing how they live day to day, seeing the band, seeing the SGA, the students, and just overall campus, it just made me feel like I was in college already and I was at home. So when I actually got there, I tried to like make it live up to those standards, and one of the best decisions in my life. So yeah, that's why I
Okay.
chose.
Was Southern your first choice when you were looking at universities after graduation?
To be honest, Southern was my first choice, but at the time my ACT score wasn't in, so Southern didn't accept me. So my second choice was Jackson State, but only because Southern didn't accept me and it was getting close to the end. But at the last minute, Southern accepted me, and you know where I was going from there. Like I was going there, no questions asked.
Okay. Okay. Well, of course, everyone has their ups and downs, positive aspects, pros and cons for attending a university or being a student at a particular university. So, if there were any objections or if you experienced anything that you didn't like while you were at Southern, what made you stay?
What made me stay? I knew that every school has problems, not just Southern. You have problems day to day life, so you keep going about keep going about your day. So, me being me, I know that they was going to fix those problems eventually. Yeah, something happened, but I mean, is that the school of your choice, and you stuck there for so long, and you stayed there? Why not stay? Through the bad times. If you can stay there through the good times, why not stay through the bad? So I think that's what made me stay at Southern University through all the trials and tribulations.
Okay, okay, that's insightful. And that ties into my next question. What uh what has your experience been like since you've been here at Southern?
Uh, it was a wonderful experience. It started off kind of shaky. My freshman, sophomore year, I wasn't in the band, so I got to actually live like the college life to see like what it was about outside of practice and stuff like that. Just getting adjusted to class, the campus, and also people. When I first came, I was around my older cousins and my brother, which was seniors at the time, so I didn't really hang with freshmen. But as they left, I had to get adapted to my class and make new friends. And also, I got in the band and it just changed like my college experience, like as a whole, like it put a whole different perspective on it. Like that was like one of the greatest accomplishments beside my degree. That was one of the best accomplishments in my college experience.
Okay, okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna sew up some notes real quick. Okay. Do you think uh okay, I do understand that you enjoyed your, experience here at Southern, especially with choosing Southern for grad school outside of the undergrad program. But do you think you might have enjoyed your uh undergrad tenure anywhere else if you didn't decide to come to Southern?
Most definitely, because outside of class and school, everybody has those different functions that you love to go to, those parties, there's those insightful events that make you feel like you're at HBCU specifically. I think I probably would enjoy my time anywhere else, but it's no place like Southern. Just something different about Southern. So yeah, I probably would have enjoyed my time, but it probably wouldn't have been like Southern University.
Okay, I understand that. That's making sense. Um, I do like the fact that you mentioned uh Southern being an HBCU. Of course, it is. But considering the fact that Southern is an HBCU, do you think that Southern can market to any student? What I mean by that is any student, regardless of their ethnicity, religious aspects, academic or leisure interests, because of course, being in college, students do have a lot more leisure time in between their studies than, let's say, high school or any other levels of education. So, do you think that Southern can market to any student?
Yeah, most definitely. It changed my whole aspect because coming into college in 2014, coming into Southern, I didn't really know anything about college. Like, didn't know what I want to major in, and just I knew what HBCU what it meant, but when I got there, I was like, you know, what I'm saying all different kind of students, you know, races, ethnicity, so I'm like, you know, like I thought it was supposed to be historically black colleges and universities, but you know, just seeing that just made me think a lot different. Like, you know, it's really open to everybody, and you know, everybody has a voice, and you know, you want to give that equal opportunity. So yeah, I think Southern University can reach out to all students. You know, no matter what. So,
Okay. So, of course, we're going to be realistic here. And we do know that Southern isn't getting every single student that they possibly could when for enrollment. So, what do you think Southern can do to market to any of those students that they're missing when it comes to those either transfer students or students that are coming right out of high school looking for higher education system?
One thing I can say, like, can expound on that is like social media presence. You know, in this day and age, everybody's on social media, the young, the old. So just by target marketing social media, every social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, I would send like a envelope or just explain what Southern is, why you should come here, you know, what you should think about doing, and also like you said, advertising, like marketing to those students who don't know about Southern University. You know, it's a lot of students be like, I never heard of Southern University. So just I would say like get around to those schools and those different areas that never even heard of Southern University and tell them what it is, tell them what it's about, and just explain to them why it's the best HBCU to choose.
Okay. Um, what do you think is something that Southern is doing correctly in terms of working towards acquiring new donors for students when it comes to scholarships, the beautification of the campus itself, and when it comes to trying to increase enrollment for Southern? What is Southern doing correctly?
One thing they're doing correctly, I say, is like adding more excitement to the campus. You know, adding more 10 years of adventures that students can see, other than like the old stuff. You know, they're knocking down dorms, building sidewalks. They're having new like murals and like different other experiments on campus. So that's one thing. They're branding the campus. You know, they're making it look like a campus. You know, making it feel like home. So that's one thing they're doing correctly. And also they're working diligently with the alumni program. Alumni program for Southern University is like top tier. Like they help you even when I travel with the band, you know, early in the morning at the airport, the alumni was there feeding, providing anything we needed, they was there helping out. So yeah, like reaching out and working with the alumni program is like one of the best things that Southern is doing for the student, helping the students that's, you know, coming in after getting them scholarships and things of that nature.
Okay, so I understand that question in terms of enrollment for students. That's beautiful. But what do you think Southern is doing correctly to attain new donors for those big investors that of course alumni donates to the school, and there are some people, whether it's people or organizations or scholarship partners that donate to the school. What do you think Southern is doing to get those people here?
uh, you know, like just networking, connecting. You know, you never know who you might meet. Uh, by saying that, you have different people who work in higher corporations, getting big funds, getting big money that went to Southern University, and nobody really knows, you know, other than the people who knew them. So, you know, I say just like networking, like getting their voices out there, getting their voices heard, and also like stating the purpose, telling people what it's about, why they need the money, you know, what they need the money for, you know, just things of that nature. So I think that's like one thing they're doing correctly, like networking.
Okay. Um. So with that being considered, on the contrary, if you were, let's say, head of the marketing department for Southern, and you were thinking about, like I said, developing a new technique for increasing enrollment or for acquiring new donors, what would you add to Southern University's marketing department?
It's a tough question. One thing I think I would add to Southern University marketing department is like I would add like a different building, but only for like the students who actually want to like advertise and get their business out there. You know, like marketing wise, just like artistic building for them to get their marketing out, create videos on different platform, record, different things of the nature to get their actual marketing ability out. So I think I would add that if I was head of the marketing program at Southern University. 'Cause I know the mass comm section, they are trained to be reporters, right? So on campus, they do reporting with different people. So at the marketing program, your brand, your ideas to market. So along with the business aspect, you can also market your brand a totally different way from the business aspect. It's by advertising, getting your name, your business out there, recording commercials, videos, stuff like that. So I would definitely add like a different building attachment onto the TTL Lane building and like be strictly for the marketing department to, access all their abilities and videos and stuff like that.
Okay, okay. All right. What do you think is the most valuable part of Southern University's brand? Of course, we spoke of sports. We spoke of the band. You said you were part of the band. We know that academics is a great selling point for a school. We know that Southern University has a law school that's very prominent in the HBCU realm of things. So, in your opinion, what do you think is the most valuable part of Southern University's marketing brand?
Mm, I would say the most part about Southern University marketing brand, it would have to be split for me. My answer would have to be split. Of course, it's the human jukebox. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, no doubt about it. Like, there's excitement. There's sound. There's like something that you're excited to see. Like if they had a football game and the band didn't come, half of the population or half of the students would not show up to the game. This is realistically. Anywhere, any event I've been to, like it's been dry until the band came in and played a sound. Also, I would have to say academics because the law school, flawless. I mean, like they breed so many legends and so many good products from their law school, and also the nursing program is like one of the top nursing programs in the state. So academics most definitely, and also all the other programs around are actually good too. Support black colleges. Put our mass comm um, section up there. Our mass comm majors up there by being one of the best majors in the industry. So I'll also say music play a role in it, and also business. Everybody need a business, no matter what you do, no matter what your career is. Everybody need a business. So academics and the band.
Okay, okay. Well, considering that you essentially split that answer, what makes either one of those the most important? Of course, uh, each organization has its distinct, you know, characteristics that makes it. Whether it's an individual organization or just an aspect as a whole, like you said, academics. So, what makes either one of those important when it comes to marketing to students, or when it comes to marketing to people, to say that hey, this is a great university. Uh, we're producing great students that are going to be great in the corporate world, or just however you want to spend it. What makes those the most important?
This quick and simple. Southern University marching band because like it's just that rich tradition out the band, their pride, their distinguished pride. Like anywhere you go, you're gonna know that Southern University marching band, and they're gonna drive the students to come to the school. Be like, the band sounds like excellent. I wonder what the school is about. And they come to the school, they see what it's about, and also it's just not even it's tied in with band because some people marching the band, yes, but after they get out the band, they go set forward their careers. They become millionaires, become producers, business owners, nurses, all of them type of things right there. So that band, like, it what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of like mature you and like get you ready for the real life also with band too. So like that's a very important like recruitment tool for the school, Southern University marching band, because I mean, human jukebox. Like, who haven't heard of the human jukebox? So it's like that's why it's valuable and important, to the school and making it like a resourceful tool for recruitment.
Okay. What makes academics a great selling point, or what makes that one of the most important parts of the marketing brand?
I mean, academics speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Uh, the higher the learning, the higher that we're going to get recognition. Students come in and out, work diligently, work hard to be in those programs, to get accepted in those programs, and to get accepted, to go through, finish, and also become bigger than something than yourself. Like it's just like representing Southern University. Like anywhere you go, your name, your school name is going to be on there, and then when students hear that and see how good you were doing and see how that branded you and molded you, they're going to want to come to Southern University and be in that same program, be in that same field. And I think that's what can motivate different students, like just by the students that being in those programs and those, different organizations to help, bring other students in, like pull them in.
Okay. Um, Back to the, I guess the HBCU aspect of it, because of course, yes, we do know Southern is a wonderful HBCU. So, how do you think Southern is viewed uh, in the surrounding HBCU community?
Uh, I think Southern's like top tier. You know what I'm saying? Like pause, pause, pause.
Okay, so considering your previous statements, how do you consider? How do you think Southern is viewed uh, by the surrounding HBCU community?
It's a love hate relationship. Like some people have different family that goes to Southern, they go to another school. Different things of that nature. Rivalry games, stuff like that. It get very heated, get very hot. But at the end of the day, man, I think it's all love and it's all like a common understanding of what these schools stand for and what we bring the students actually here for. The games and the rivalry, they're just something aside. But the bigger purpose is bringing somebody to get a higher education and hopefully one day graduate and go get a job in that field and make something out of themselves. So I think other HBCUs view Southern University as like a family, until the games. But as a whole, like a family. They understand, have a common ground.
Okay. So, contrary to that, how do you think Southern is viewed in Louisiana, just by, I guess, your average Louisianian, whether they went to college or not, whether it's a HBCU or a PWI or a non-traditional school or whatever? But how do you think Southern is viewed just in the state of Louisiana?
Well, schools like Southern University and people in Louisiana that, grew up around Southern University or grew up around the area, they pretty much love Southern University. LSU's on a different side of Baton Rouge. So, you have some students from LSU who went to schools, with people that went to Southern. So they kind of, like Southern, attend Southern University events and, kind of cool with Southern people. But, you have those that went to PWIs and went to like Catholic and like formerly white schools that, don't really pay attention to something like that until something bad has happened. So I think the people like that kind of view Southern as a party school or a bad school. But you have parties at any school you go to. Academics come first though. That's what you should know. So yeah, I think that's how they view Southern University, like in Louisiana.
Okay. Well, that concludes our interview here. I want to thank you for your time, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors with your career.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.